How about now? Can you guys still hear me? Or rather, can you hear me now? Any change? Or yeah? Okay. I reloaded the mic settings. That's all I had to do. That's weird. I don't know why that didn't... Weird. Okay. Reloading the mic settings. Noted. For some reason that does something. I don't know. Maybe OBS just didn't load it in properly originally. Anyway, I'll run through that again. Ahoy, folks! Sorry for the technical difficulty, but welcome to Game Explained's Mario Kart Mondays, where we here at Game Explained play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Online with all of you. Every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern or 2 p.m. Pacific, right here on the Game Explained Twitch channel. I am going to jump into races now, because it's been a couple minutes, so there's probably been at least one going already. I will pin, as usual, the GX Weekly tourney code in the chat. But otherwise, how's everyone been? And there it goes. Pinned. Perfect. Alright. I want Cheeseland out of this bunch. Camera's a bit high. Okay, that's better. That's better. Rip to Mario Kart Tour. Yeah, so as announced earlier, overnight, Mario Kart Tour will be slowing down on new content very soon. It's kind of expected. It's been seeming like that was going to be happening for a while. But the game itself will still be live for a while. They have not said anything about an end of service. They have just noted that it won't be getting any new content in about a month, starting in October. And it's disappointing, but it's kind of expected. And it lines up with what I've been saying as to why I don't think we'll see a second booster course pass for Mario Kart 8. Just because of the reliance on Tourist content. Ooh, very nice. Ah, didn't get the item though. So, you know. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Tourist content has kind of been all over the place for the last year, so I can't really say it's too surprising, to be honest. It's been feeling like it's been gearing up for this for a while. But it's nice to have official confirmation. And, you know, the game's servers will still be up for a while. The game isn't ending full service, it's just ending brand new content. Might be a while before there's a change in it. Yeah. I'm satisfied with how Mario Kart Tour has been. We'll see what kind of content comes with the next tour next week for the anniversary and the last, like, you know, big content update for the game, but it should at least be fun. So otherwise, our focus can be put towards predicting Wave 6 and, you know, the excitement for Wave 6 of the Mario Kart Deluxe Booster Course Pass, which, you know, whenever that Nintendo Direct for the month rolls in, we should be learning more about it. So whenever that happens, that should be exciting. Oh, okay. It's not what I wanted to use, but sure. Ah, Koopa Dude. Yeah, so Pokemon DLCs this week. Pokemon DLC is, in fact... Of course. Pokemon DLC is, in fact, tomorrow. Tomorrow night. So, because of that, as a heads up, I'll say it again at the end of the stream and on Twitter and stuff, but, I will not be doing the weekly Mario and Luigi stream tomorrow, because I will be covering the Pokemon DLC when it drops a little bit later tomorrow night. Hey, Oscar. Welcome, welcome. You won the Splatfest? Oh, that's right, yeah, because you were Team Shiver, and Shiver did indeed win. Yeah, Aiden. Yeah, that's true. It is 22 years since 9/11. So yeah, condolences to anybody affected. It is long time. Long time. Yeah, Misha Twister. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. I think I've kind of said everything I can on Mario Kart Tour's content, and how it also affects Booster Course Pass. We had a video come out about an hour ago now, I think. TLDR, I don't think we're getting a second Booster Course Pass. I never did. There's been a strange amount of confidence, though, in the community, up until this morning. Up until Tor announced this. Throughout the summer, there's been a strange amount of confidence of people thinking a second Booster Course Pass was all but confirmed. Like, treating it like it was a guaranteed thing to happen. So I kind of did my video about, you know, how I don't think there'll be a second Booster Course Pass, but we've known this kind of announcement related to Tour was coming for a while, so I wanted to wait until we actually got this confirmation so I can include it in the video. But that came out earlier today. Ah, I didn't grab the double. Good bomb placement. Okay. You're hoping EGAD would get into the Halloween tour? Yeah. I feel like we've always been hoping for that every single Halloween. And it just never happens, unfortunately. We got Luigi's Mansion King Boo with the first Halloween tour back in 2019. Because, you know, that lined up with Luigi's Mansion 3 releasing, but that was it, unfortunately. Oh, now it just has to come back. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. It would be cool to have a Mario Kart with every track ever, but yeah. You rather have a battle course pass? I think that could be interesting, getting more battle tracks. We'll do Dolphin Shoals. When everyone has mushrooms, no one does. Yeah, that is part of the issue. That is part of the issue. Item balancing. What is my opinion regarding the Switch 2 rumors? There's so many. There's so many, it's hard to say which ones. But I mean, yes, I think a successor to the Switch is coming. I think a successor to the Switch is coming next year. But I don't think it's coming like too soon. Like maybe this time next year, but I don't think it's releasing any sooner than that. I think people are getting a little worried about it a little too early. But then again, people have been worried about Switch 2, Switch Pro since like 2019. So it just doesn't feel like anything new right now. I am excited, though, to see Wave 6 of the Booster Quest Pass, probably in the eventual September Direct. It's only Monday, so we'll see what this week holds, but... rumors and whatnot say probably this week. Lines up with my original prediction and what Jake and I were saying of, you know, lock in around September 13th, so... we'll see what happens, but that's the expectation right now. Sure, they could have given me something a little bit better than just triple mushrooms and dead blacks. You know what? That might help. But it's not gonna go to the middle, so... yeah, it's still an 8th. Yeah, Def Patel, the way directs usually work, we talk about this every year. Normal, general Nintendo Directs are always announced the day before. So, if it's on Wednesday, we'll hear about it tomorrow, on Tuesday. If it's on Thursday, we'll hear about it on Wednesday. If it's not a general direct, and it's something a bit different than just a standard Nintendo Direct, then they usually announce it 2 days out. Like the Super Mario Bros. Wonder Direct we just had, that was announced 2 days ahead of time. Ooh, Maple Treeway. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the last big update to this game has, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the anniversary tour for Mario Kart Tour has. This Thursday, Baten Kaitos 1 and HD Remaster will release. Tomorrow, Super Bomberman R2 releases, and Japan's getting a mobile Atlas RPG. Interesting. Interesting. Getting Mario Party 3 would be nice, yes. Yeah, if there's a direct, I'll probably get a little bit of Mario Wonder, but nothing big, since we just had the whole dedicated direct for it. More so probably just a reminder that it's, you know, it's coming. It's releasing in about a month. Yeah, figures. That's okay. Okay. kind of worried the boomerang was going to come, like, turning around the corner to hit me. Alright. Okay, not a coin. That's good. I'll take it. Give some Mario Party 3, please. I know, seriously. It's been almost a year since the Mario Parties were announced to be coming to NSL. So I would be very happy to actually finally get Mario Party 3. Okay, hey, that was decently timed. Hey, a mushroom. That's handy. Oh, of course. Darn it. Oh, of course I don't get an item, too. Wow. I went about spoilers, I could have. Hold back ahead across Waluigi. I do want to play Mario Party with Zack, Alec, and Jiggy again, yeah. So hopefully that actually works out. That would be good. It's been a while. Hi Andrew, I'm doing well, thank you. Alright. Room swap time. What the reason why Mario Party 3 is taking so long is because they decided to instead do a remake that gets rid of anything gambling related? No, because it's on NSL. That wouldn't change, unfortunately, in the re-release like that. Or a remake, rather. They wouldn't do a remake like that, and I don't think they've changed content like that with any NSL releases before. So I don't see them doing that here either. You have Alec as a friend, then you switch. Nice. Joy Mech Fight is available globally for the first time now. Ooh. You have NSO until the 3rd of December. Well, hopefully it comes out before then. Alright, Mario Kart, what's going on? Well, okay. I have not taken a look at your favorite races in Mario Kart Tour, no. I don't really view the other player profiles all that much. Yeah, Dev Patel, we don't know anything about the Mario movie sequel. We don't know anything about it. There's been nothing said, nothing confirmed. The most we know is, yes, there are delays on things, including things that aren't announced yet. Due to the strikes. Keep accidentally doing that. Yeah. Oh, that was close. Not quite. Not quite angled, right? Okay. Maybe I should have held on to the coin. Oh, okay. Oh. I don't understand how that interaction worked, but okay. I don't understand how I didn't hit that red shell. Okay, managed to hold first. So we haven't gotten any direct announcements? Yeah, I think it'll happen this week. Last week I was saying it was either gonna be that week or the week before, or this week. I do think it's this week. It's only Monday, and Nintendo Directs are usually only announced the day before. If it's a general Nintendo Direct, a normal Nintendo Direct, that isn't, you know, specific to one game, it's usually announced the day before. If it is a bigger, or I guess not bigger, but if it's a more game-specific direct, like the Mario Wonder Direct, for example, it's announced 2 days out. So, we'll still see what the rest of the week holds. But, yeah. I do still think it'll be happening this week. Apple's event is tomorrow, yes, but Nintendo Directs are usually Tuesdays or Wednesdays or Thursdays. So any of those times can happen. And I don't think, maybe not in the same day, but there's definitely been overlaps with other events before. In the same week, at least. Alright. Yoshi's Island. Martin, you can absolutely try to jump in right now. The turning code is pinned and also displayed on screen, so you should be able to get in and come race with us. Yeah, that figures. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, and all my red shells are gone. Did all 3 lobbies just have Peach Gardens back to back? That's funny. If that's true, that's really funny. It really was Peach Gardens time. Ooh, that was timed well. Okay. Well, of course. Sure. Uh-oh. I'm gonna just try to drift and not move closer to that. Okay, rude. That was just rude. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I'll take the third. I'll take the third. Man, this course will always just make me so happy. It really will. It's just so charming. It's great. Yeah, I'll do Amsterdam. My husband's doing well. I had his usual smash thing today. Ghostface is here, so Halloween season is here. Yeah, pretty much. Of course, it's Mario Circuit. Eli was doing Mario Circuit DS. Interesting parallels. Interesting parallels. I'll take the risk. Yeah, that sounds about right. That was close. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. And of course we hit each other with our shells. And I didn't get the last item, so yeah, this is gonna go real well. And then that, and people with stars, and any other items going around. That was a mess. Oh, that was a proper mess. Got first before the blue shell hit. Nice. I'll do random. Not doing too bad. That's good. That's good. We had a disaster race on Moonview Highway. Oh man. Getting a bunch of people joining in that room now. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Didn't want to get that close, but oh well. Doesn't help a ton. That's something. Oh, okay. Never mind. That did help a lot. That was good. Not expected, that's for sure. And then there's that. Let's cause some chaos so those don't all go to waste. I should have held that. There's no double over here. Fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're good. Yep, more of the same, that's fine. Okay. Good first, good first. NP, welcome, welcome. I'm doing well. You hoping Kamek will have his old and new voice in Mario Wonder? Oh, that'd be cool. Sonic Joe, I mentioned earlier, and I'll mention again at the end. I'm unfortunately not doing Mario and Luigi tomorrow because of the Pokemon DLC releasing tomorrow night, and that would cut into the stream. So I'm gonna be covering the Pokemon DLC around the same time. No worries, no worries. Like I said, I'd be bringing it up again anyway. Yeah, Mario's 40th anniversary is, I believe, in 2 years. 2025. No, wait. Might actually be next year, 2024. One of those two. It's coming up. Coming up. Mario's canonically 25. I think about that, yeah. Something around that. The years do indeed go fast. Ooh, my favorite course. I'll take it. Am I playing the Pokemon DLC live? I should be streaming that over on YouTube, yeah. Okay. Oh. Well, I'll just be back up. Or not! Got bumped into it. Okay. I mean, yeah, it's not really gonna help me a ton right now. Most other things would have been a bit more helpful. Wow. I didn't even see that. Why did I start going the other way? Alright, get me out of, like, last place. I want to release that. Why did the drift drop? Okay. Well, That was down the 9th. That could have been good. I got up to, like, 3rd or so, 4th, something like that, but... Oof. Rough race. Charmander Gamer got first on Daisy Cruiser. Very nice. The Toad Harbor of this group. Did you hear that Sonic 3 is filming in the UK? That makes sense. That makes sense. The movie, as far as I know, is still due for end of next year, so for it to start filming makes sense. Got a Happy Meal toy that had a Mario... Or you got a Happy Meal dinner that had a Mario Kart toy? That's fun. I didn't realize they were doing Mario Kart toys right now with Happy Meals. That's fun. Alright, Toad Harbor. For race number 10. That was nice. Love when that lines up. Okay. Well. Okay. I hope I had him getting over there in time. Oh, now you want to give me one. And now you want to give me one. Had to use that there, otherwise I would have hit it. Ooh. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that was close. No! Uh-oh. Okay, I'll take third. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Dev Patel, I haven't updated the actual like Twitch schedule. That's just automated. That's just set to keep the every Tuesday slot, and then each time we bring up if it'll happen or not. Will I continue playing Mario Kart Tour after October? I'm not sure. I'll probably a little bit, but nowhere near as much. I mean, even then, in the last few tours, I've not really booted the game all that much in the last few tours throughout the summer. It just hasn't been grabbing me as much. Now that tour is done with Trask, what's been my favorite city? I need to see how the final versions of Rome and Madrid are. You know, when they get added to this game. It might be Rome or Athens. I'm not sure. Yeah, that sounds about right. My own fault. Ow. Okay. Hoping to catch up a little bit. Nah, that's just a single. Uh-oh. That's a lot of red shells. And nothing I can do about them. I would like more than just the 3 bananas, please. Yeah. With what I had at the end there wasn't much better I could do. It'll still be a little while before Mario Kart Tour fully shuts down, I think. I mean, what they announced is the end of new content, but that doesn't mean it's the end of service. The game might still be up for, like, even a year or two, for all we know. So, we don't know for sure when the end of service will be, but might still be sometime. You know, the game not getting any more new content doesn't mean it's unplayable. I mean, look how long everybody was playing this game in the 5 years before the DLC happened. So, people can still play games even when it's not getting new content. Right, race number 12. Yeah, didn't come back in time, okay. Hope that makes it. Oh, this'll help. At least a little bit. Oh, okay. Didn't time it right. I had every opportunity to, but I didn't time it right. Darn. Disappointing, that would have been cool. Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah. I'll take third. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, the next Mario Kart game coming to the next Switch makes sense. I mean, if the next Switch really is releasing next year, and everything for this game and tour is ending before the end of this year, it makes sense that, you know, they're probably moving on to work on the next Mario Kart game for the next console. I don't know if we'd see that game in 2024, but probably not too long after. Okay, who are we watching? We are watching Rai. Alright. Well, Mario Kart Tour does count. That's why it's getting content in this game. The real question is if they'd call it something numbered or if they'd give it a unique name again. Man, I love this course. GBA Sky Garden. I know a lot of people don't like the remake. I really do. Of course, it's very different, but that's okay. A lot of the Game Boy Advance, the remakes of these courses have been very interesting, for better or for worse. But for the most part, I do really like them. Right, pulling up the third. Pulling up the second, in fact. Oh, how will the end of this race go? Right, holding third, but that's a red shell. Uh-oh. Fourth. What did I finish in? It's not showing up! Fourth or fifth, I think, based on the good animation playing. 2 more days till the Scarlet and Violet DLC comes out. Scarlet and Violet DLC actually comes out tomorrow night. It lists as coming out on the 13th in Japan as well, which means it'll be the night of the 12th here in the US and a bit later into the night, but still later that night, probably after midnight over in the UK. So 28 hours, something like that. Something like 28 hours from now. 26 maybe. We'll have the first wave of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. And that's exciting. I'm excited to check out what they've got for us. Alright, race number 13. Not really what I wanted, but I'll take that interaction. It was technically the right thing. I went to the shortcut, it helped me, but Didn't play out quite right. Ooh. Hit by a Roy on the Wiggler. Oh, I don't know how that didn't hit me, but... take it. I don't know how that one didn't hit me. Hey, look, it's Ryan. Oh, okay. Oh, that was close. That was also close. That wasn't. Oh, there's a lot happening now. I almost missed that. Somehow I got back up to 4th. I will take that. That was a mess. Wow. Okay. When is a Mewtwo raid available until? I think it's all of this month. I'm not sure. I haven't done it yet. Will we still get trailers for tours? No idea, unfortunately. They probably still do trailers for the tours to spotlight what's in the tour. You know, that way they still say, you know, hey, here's the courses, here's the content. It's just that none of it will be new. Ooh, alright, going to Athens. Race number 14. I didn't think I'd actually hit that. Okay. Okay, it is up there. Oh, okay. Been a lot of lightnings. Feels like a little bit more than usual. Okay. I really wish these were in reverse order. I really thought Boo was going to come in and steal that. Happens so often. I was so sure that's what was going to happen. Okay. Yeah, I have nothing to defend myself with because all I have is the coin, so... here we go. The fall from grace. 7. Ah. Yeah, that was a mess. That was a mess. People playing really well, and you got the problem of being Mario Karted and on Electrodrome. Yeah, that's fair. I understand that. Yeah, the thing is, we usually re-upload the tour trailers. I understand what you mean. But we may not keep re-uploading them, so they won't have new stuff. Do I prefer hot or cold? I guess it depends on what for. Okay, Rainbow Road. SNES edition this time. Weather. I prefer colder weather, just because then I can, like, dress warmer. Wear more layers, warm up with it, but kind of hard to do that the other way around. Oh, yeah, that was rough. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay, okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, what are... Ooh, I mean, yes, I would like to redo my favorite course. I'm down for that. Yes! Okay. Back to my favorite course. Here we go. Okay, race number 16. Which means after this, we're doing a room swap for the second to last time. Wow. Got way too close to it. I don't know how I didn't hit that. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Very nice. Not how I expected it to go initially, but I'm happy with that. Alright, and now we swap rooms. Alright, since we are swapping rooms, we're more than halfway, and Sonic Joe did just point out I haven't said it in a while. If you have just recently joined in, haven't heard my whole little spiel, then ahoy, folks, and welcome to the Game Explained Twitch channel, where, tonight in particular, we're doing our Mario Kart Monday, where every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern or 2 p.m. Pacific, we play Mario Kart 8 Deluxe online with all of you. Other than our Mario Kart streams, usually I also stream the Mario and Luigi games on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern or 4 p.m. Pacific. And then on Wednesdays are our multiplayer Wednesdays, where usually Andre will stream multiplayer games with you guys, like Mario Party, Splatoon, and more. Connor's Gaming Network, thank you for joining in. Farewell. So we're more than halfway through. We've got this. We got this set of 4 races in this room, and then we'll be swapping again for one more. That's putting up a good fight for second here. Oh, you can see first up ahead. They're a bit far, but not unreachable. Oh, but then there's that, yeah. That'll slow things down a bit. So does that. So does that. Unfortunate. Ooh. Overtaken just a couple times there. Good work, though, Zach. Yeah, I'll say Electrodrome. I was torn between that and Sunshine Airport, but I tend to pick Sunshine Airport a lot more, so. Bad day to pick Sunshine Airport. They're on the ground. We're just driving through. It's okay. You beat the Rubber Band boss in Paper Mario: The Origami King. I love that game. That's a good boss too. Yeah, Mario Kart. Are we gonna? No, of course not. Gonna make me spectate an entire race just to disconnect when it's our time to actually race, right? I can pick it again. But I will. I'll put it in the other room this time. And random brings us to Paris. Alright. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but I'll take it. Sad trombone. Alright, race number 17. We are here now. Thankfully, it didn't disconnect in the middle of a race, because that would have been annoying. I'll take it here. Right. That didn't sound very good. I'm glad that could stop the red shells. Okay, hey, so managed to get something that's kind of not much at all. And going down. Yep, okay. Try to keep a bit of a lead in this case instead. Alright. Not bad. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, managed to hold it. I'll take that. That was good. And another light. Hey, you got third on Berlin. Nice. That's pretty good. Oh, ninth. That's fair. That's fair. It could be tough. It could be tough. I'll pick random out of all these, personally. Well, you got Neo Bowser in yours. I love Neo Bowser City, though. That's a great course. Alright, where are we going? I love and hate when random does that. It's so funny to me. Like, out of like 80 something courses, out of like 88 courses, your random's gonna be one of the three that's there right now. It's so silly. That was close. And yeah, there's a boom. Okay, good for now. For long, probably. Oh, definitely not for long. Oh, almost steered right into the bananas. Yes! Okay, Madison hold first. Whew. Sunset Wilds was one of your favorite GBA tracks in Super Circuit and Tour, but in 8 Deluxe, it's honestly your least favorite Booster Course Pass track. Ah. I think that's fair. I mean, I think it's a fine track. I really think the sunset aspect is disappointing that the day-night cycle doesn't change, but it doesn't make or break the track for me, because that doesn't affect the track design to me. I think it's still fine, but I do understand that, though. I do understand that. The disappointment from that. Wavy way. Ahoy! Welcome. You've been having internet issues of late, so it's starting to lead to high frame rate. Well, I'm glad you're able to enjoy the stream at a good quality. You're spectating Singapore. Ooh, that's a good course. Alright. Baby park time. Surprisingly, we haven't done this one yet today. Or at least on stream, we haven't done this one yet today. I'm sure others in the room already have, but... Okay, race number 19. Baby park. Gonna be a bloodbath. Oh, probably. Yeah, should have held it. Oh, that was close. Ow. Alright. Not exactly what I wanted that one ahead of me. Oh, I took the turn slightly too early because of the... that's it. Blooper threw me off. I didn't fall too far down, thankfully. But more than I would have liked. Oh, man. Alright. I haven't done Sky Garden yet, so I'll pick that. You got third on Yoshi's Island? Nice. That's not bad, yeah. Ooh, Sky Garden. Yeah. Okay, well, at least I got that. Wow, everyone was grouped up right there. Is that so fast that you haven't done a mushroom, I wonder? Oh. Well, that was close. Alright. Final lap. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, now right when I pull into first, right? Right when I pull into first. Oh, good rig. Well, I can't even do it. Oh, that works. Thank you, Chris. That worked out in my favor. Baby Park ending was indeed unfortunate, yeah. When would Baby Park not be a chaotic track? No, it always would be. Alright. Final room swap of the night. I think. Pretty sure. We'll see. Regardless, we'll see where it places us for our next set of races. Please no spectating. Please just put me right into a room. Maybe. Yeah! Sure, LA. A lot of people are the color red in here. Got lucky getting me into rooms this week. Yeah, seriously. Get to race together with the final races. Nice. Good. The only orange in there. Going to LA. Alright. Wonderful. It's time for Los Angeles laps. So yeah, race number 21. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is the last set of 4 races. I genuinely thought I hit that banana. Risky, but I'll do it. Okay, that's just gone. Alright. Okay, that's not gonna help much here. I wanted to ricochet it off the wall going backwards behind me, but I didn't see who it hit. I just know it hit someone. I heard it. Ooh, okay. Good start to the last set of races, but where are we going next? I don't want to do Parasite. I'll hit random. Oh, it was you that I hit. Sorry. I just heard that it hit someone behind me. I heard the noise of the coins. I wanted to make that last bit difficult for someone. I was hoping to make the green shell kind of start ricocheting, but I don't think I angled it properly. Alright, where are we going? We're going back to Paris for the 3rd time today. Alright. Man, I'm excited for whatever tease of Wave 6 we'll get this month. If not, no, I doubt we'll get the full trailer. I think we'll get a tease for sure, but I'm excited for whenever it happens for Wave 6. Excited to finally learn what characters we're gonna get. Hopefully soon. Although I still stand by, I think it'd be really funny if they didn't reveal both of the last 2 characters and they only revealed one of them. I think that'd be really funny. Alright. Solar, welcome, welcome. No idea for getting Mario and Sonic 2024. It would make sense. That's the next Summer Olympics, but... And normally, yeah, it would have been announced by now, but guess we'll see. Things could change. It could always release closer to the actual event next summer. Okay. good second. Kept good pace with you, Aiden, but wasn't able to overtake you. I am not sure which rumors he's talking about with Hall effect sticks. I'm not sure what that means. Not personally, at least. I guess I was basically defending because I wasn't getting anything to toss at you. That's kind of funny. It should be drift proof. Also, like the. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I haven't seen the rumors about that, but I mean, if that's true, then that would be nice. You hope we get a Piranha Plant Pipeline tease just to get a small sample of the music. That would be interesting. Depends on what, which one they choose. That would definitely be a neat one, though. Okay. Where are we going? DS Cheap Cheap Beach. Got it. It's okay. It's okay, it's just funny. Alright, race number 23. Even if we do get one character teased or not, you really hope it's Diddy, Funky, or Pauline? Yeah. Yeah. I think that hit a lot of you. It was kind of a really good spot for it. Can you see getting... Oh, absolutely. 100%. 100% we're getting both Piranha Plant Cove and Piranha Plant Pipeline. Every course that has been introduced in Tor has been added to this game, so... 100% we're getting both Piranha Plant Cove and Piranha Plant Pipeline. No doubt in my mind about it. The only thing I'm really doubtful about is the characters, truth be told. I'm pretty confident in the course selections from my, my Wave 6 speculation video that came out like a month ago or something like that. I'm pretty confident in those, the courses for that, but less so on the characters just because who knows, you know? I mean, yes, I think Pauline and Diddy still have the highest chances, but they could change that. I mean, Nabbit is in Super Mario Bros. Wonder and in Mario Kart Tour. They could decide to give us Nabbit instead. Was that back up to second or still third? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Mario Kart. Or I think it's the Lakitu that disconnected, unfortunately. The Lakitu. Uh-oh. Okay. Erase said to get you too far behind. No. Also, hey, I got back at the second. Okay. Well, there we go. I'll pick random for the last one. Final race, everybody. For me, at least. Oh, Glenn. Rip, I'm sorry. Have a good night, Oscar. I too hope for Nintendo Direct this week. Thank you, Aiden. We'll see how my final race goes. What's the possibility they're secretly working on Mario Kart 9? Or technically 10, because Tora's 9. Which would be Switch 2 launch title. Launch title? No. I don't see it as a launch title. Okay, let's say the rumors are true about the Switch 2, the Super Switch, whatever you want to call it, releasing next fall. Let's say October, right? Mario Kart Tour's new content ends in a few weeks, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's new content, the Booster Course Pass, also ends by the end of this year. Even October feels too soon for brand new Mario Kart after the two other things both finish then. However, if it is instead of launching with the console, if it was instead a year one title, meaning something that comes out before the console turns 1 year old, I could absolutely see the next Mario Kart coming in spring 2025. I can absolutely see if the next console launches in October 2024, getting the next Mario Kart in spring 2025. Less than a year after the console fully launched, so it's still a year one title, but not launching with it. That's my prediction, based on the current rumors and whatnot. That's kind of how I see it playing out currently. I should have held that. Okay, no, we're good. Nice. First place. Starlord finished with 204 points. Nice. My final number is 259. Let me go see how that compares to some others. You want double dash mode in the next game and you're happy? Yeah, that's very fair. That's very fair. That would be nice. That would be nice. Alright, let's hope it lets me get out of here relatively quick so I can go take a look at those standings as we wrap up the stream. Okay, I'm gonna have to back out of the spectate then. Misa Twister, 271. Platinum Train to 252. Ooh. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Alright. Let's take a look at the standings. Alright, Sanji once again in first at 3. Wow. Is that a perfect score? Is 320 a perfect score? I think that's first every time, right? With 24 races? I'm gonna calculate that real quick. Just to figure out what a perfect score is. 360. Okay, so not quite, not quite. Not a perfect score. But, that's impressive even still. Misha Twister in second with 271. I'm in third with 259. Platinum Trainer Dude in fourth with 252. Zach in fifth with 236. Wow. These are good races again. As always, everybody. Really fun racing with you guys. I love doing these Mario Kart Mondays with you guys. And, of course, we should be back next week for even more Mario Kart fun. Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. With that, have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I will see you for more streams throughout the week, probably. Farewell, everybody.